Welcome to emails for the Pearson's exam. I thought whilst we're going through the email process, we would also have a look at the paper. I don't think we've seen the paper yet. So on your desk table, when you sit the exam, you will have a paper document and you'll be answering everything online. So this doesn't go back to the assessor, it just gets shredded. But everything, every task that you're asked to do on here, you will be doing online on various software. Now also on the desk will be another slip of paper, and this one will be giving you obviously your name, just make sure that's correct, your candidate number, this is what I've been going on about with the footer, and the centre number. Now the example here we've got, obviously I've hid the name of this person, candidate number. Yours will proceed with letters and numbers. Now, we don't need to remember this. You are given it on the day, but it's the same exam number you have for all exams you do with Pearson's. The centre ID or the centre number, depending which site, which college you are taking it at, it may have a different code. So this one's for Tresham. Your date of birth will be there. Just make sure it's you. And interestingly, the email part is in the part of the exam where it says no internet is allowed, no internet access is allowed. However, when you get to this question, you will have to type in this email address, and it will send you to a specific site on the intranet, and then you'll put in a password, it'll be different to this, and then what will open up is your email, and then you'll just carry on with the email. We can go over this again, don't worry. Again, this is something you can't practice in the mocks because we can't access this site. However, we can practice emails. So let's move on. Just before we start, I'm just going to show you the paper. So here's the rhetoric, telling you all about its two sections, A and B. One's internet, one's not. And then we come down, and the structure of it's always the same. So this will tell you everything that's in your exam. So you can get a feel of what's coming up. I can see there's a response set, which is the internet search. There is an Excel spreadsheet, the sponsor set, which is a Word document or PowerPoint, and the images that go with it. And then we can see the tasks that you're asked to do and the marks that go with it. What I want to do is go down past the internet search. And this is the structure, it will never change. Then there's a spreadsheet to complete. Then after the spreadsheet, there is a Word document or a PowerPoint to complete. And then after the PowerPoint, we come to the email bit. So I'm going to keep this bit open. And here's the question for the email. So if I just get my email up, I've just opened a practice email. And we can see the structure of it. So if we just talk about the structure of an email, you're going to obviously put the recipient's email address in here. Please spell it correctly. If they ask you to CC anybody in, carbon copy, then you would carbon copy their email address into this. We are not using BCC, blind copy. Make sure you put in a subject heading, an appropriate subject heading. We are not sending this email, so if you was to try and send an email without a subject heading, it won't let you do it the first time. Try it. It will ask you haven't put a subject heading in, do you want to put one in? And then it will let you send it the second time. However, in this exam, because we're not sending an email, you can sometimes forget to put a subject heading in because we're going to take a print screen and you're going to lose marks for it. Then the structure of the email or the body of text will go here. So we're going to be looking at salutations, which is introductions and endings. So we're going to make it formal. So if we don't know their name or gender, we're going to put Dear Sir, Madam. However, if we know their gender and not their name, Dear Sir or Madam. And if we know their name, for example, Dear Mr. Kerwin. The end part of it, we're going to just end with regards, Nigel Kerwin, or kind regards, Nigel Kerwin. We don't need sincerely or faithfully in this email. What you are going to have in the body of text is two sentences. The first sentence after the introduction will be why are you sending the email? And the second sentence will be where they've asked you to ask the recipient something. Then we're going to move on to attaching documents. So you may have to attach a file or a spreadsheet or whatever they've asked you to do. So if we go and look at the question, I can see here, prepare an email to Quintin, attaching a copy of your sponsor form. So in this case, I would put Dear Quintin, because this day and age, we don't know if Quintin's male or female. We can obviously see it is his email, so it obviously pronoun is male, but we're still going to put Dear Mr. Quintin. In fact, I might change that, Dear Quintin. I think that'd be fine. Mr. Quintin sounds a bit too much for the first name. Anyway, include a message asking Quintin to confirm he is happy with the layout of the form. So the introduction we're going to write, why are we writing to him, and then we're going to put in this question. There's his email address. Produce a print screen to the email that you've prepared. Save the screenshot using a meaningful file name in your area where you got your main files from. So I'm fortunate, hopefully I can cut and paste this email across. Obviously you will not be able to, because it will be on a physical document. You won't be able to cut and paste that across, so I'm just cheating a bit, but you will have a pen and paper, so just make sure that you copy the email correctly. There is nothing to CC, and the subject heading is sponsor form, so I can put in there sponsor form. Sorry, maybe I need to clean my glasses. Right, so I'm going to start my email. Dear Quintin, make sure I spelled that right. Quintin, yeah. So why am I writing to him? I'm writing to him to tell him that I'm attached the sponsor form, and then I want to know if he's happy with the layout of the form. So please find attached the sponsor form as requested. If you proofread and let me know if there are any amendments. So, obviously going to spell check this. So please find attached the sponsor form as requested. If you could proofread and let me know if there are any amendments or words to that effect. But I am introducing, telling him why I've, first line is why I've sent the email. Second line is what have I asked them to do, or what has the question asked me to do. So I'm just going to end with regards. Kerwin, then I just need to attach the document. So I don't have the document at the moment, but we can attach, see if I can just attach something. I'll attach an image just to show you that the attachment will be there. Now, that's it. Honestly, that is it. It's as simple as that. But the simple mistakes that people make, they miss the subject heading, they don't attach, and they do not write formally. So I don't want GCSE English paragraphs. I just want two simple sentences. Why are you writing? What do you want the person to do? Regards, Nigel Kerwin. I have seen in some of the other exams that sometimes they ask you to put a link in, like a website. I haven't seen that in the Pearson's exam, but if they did, you could insert a link, and it would just be copying the URL and pasting it into here. So inserts go in the text, attachments are attached via the pay-per-click at the top. Right, so thank you very much. Enjoy, and see you in the next video.